Hey guys, Ben Duchesney, the web editor of Kayak magazine. I want to talk to you guys about something that is talked about a lot in the kayak fishing industry by marketers, by people that sell kayaks, even by fishing writers. But not many people explain actually what it is. I'm talking about fishability. What does fishability really mean? Fishability is kind of a concept that I'm not really sure you could quantify particularly, like with a number. But it's more of a feeling, I guess, that you get when you're sitting in a boat. Sometimes you can look at a boat and you know it has fishability. It's dripping with fishability. Or at other times you really don't know until you get it on the water, or at the very least, sit in it in the shop and test it out, kind of like mine, if you will. I always urge that every single angler get out on the water in their new boat before they buy it. Try and demo it. There's so many places that will let you demo a boat before you buy it. Just do that, and then that way you know whether or not a boat is fishable or has fishability. Now I have two boats next to me. One is the Kayak Catch 120, and the other is the Loon 126 Angler. Now both of these boats, while they're very different, they both have varying degrees of fishability, and they're both really good choices if you're looking for your first kayak. Now, as I said, both of these boats are very great for beginner boats, but they're different in their applications and where they really shine in terms of fishability. For example, the Catch 120 is a great boat if you're going to be bass fishing. If you're looking more for that like bass boat type style of fishing, it's a great platform, tons of open deck space. It's great for standing, very stable. This seat has two positions. One is better for paddling. This is the low position, and then the high position, boom, really easily moves up to the high position, so that you can have better visibility on the water. Another reason why this boat has such great fishability is the flat deck space all along the kayak. That's really good for mounting tools, rigging things up like gear track or rod holders, or even electronics and fish finders and GPS. Another great thing is there's a spot right between your legs, right between your feet, where there's a big flat spot, which is the perfect space for mounting a fish finder and drilling a hole for your transducer right below it, or mounting your transducer through the scupper hole. There are some minor instances though where this boat fails in fishability, and for that we have to go back into the back of the boat. Normally flush mount rod holders are great for adding fishability to a boat, but the way that these flush mount rod holders are installed and angled, they're angled not quite far enough off to the side, so they're a little bit too far, like pointed straight to the stern of the boat. What that means is when you're trying to troll, there's a better chance that the fish could pull the rod out of the rod holder. Another reason why this is not the best is that it's a lot harder to see your rod while you're trolling and watch that rod tip move as you're paddling. It kind of hurts your neck or crane like that, and it also affects your paddle. But it is great for storing your rod. So if you're not really into trolling, like a lot of bass fishermen aren't into trolling, then that won't hurt the fishability for you. It all really depends on your style, and a boat that has a lot of fishability for me won't necessarily have a lot of fishability for you if we have completely different fishing styles. Again, where the Catch 120 might fall behind a little bit in terms of fishability, even though it's a sit on top, this sit inside the Loon 126 Angler from Old Town, this picks it right back up and yet falls short for some other aspects of fishability. Again, it all depends on how you're going to fish from this kayak and where you're going to be fishing, what species you're going to be fishing for, and your style of fishing. So for example, this has great fishability because of this center hatch here. This center hatch can pop right open and hold a battery in here. It has a USB plug so that you can store and charge electronics at the exact same time. It's a great spot since it's dry storage, and it has this hatch here. It's a really good spot for mounting a fish finder if you want your electronics right there. That way you can have a nice central location for your fish finder and your electronics that will really help you get on the fish. That will especially come in handy when you're using these flush mount rod holders back here, because if your goal is to troll from a kayak and watch that fish finder and watch for edges and drop offs and stuff and paddle your lures over the fish, then this boat is perfect for trolling, because these rod holders are the exact spot that you want, the exact angle and the exact position that you want for trolling. You can really see them as you're paddling. You can watch your rod tip the whole time comfortably, and they will provide a very good leverage spot for leverage angle for hook sets because of the way that the flush mounts are mounted. Now, as I said that the Catch 120 was so fishable because it was so stable. This boat is not as stable. This has a very, very comfortable seat that you can adjust any way you want, forward and back as well, but you can't really stand in it. You can stand in it if you're very, very good at standing. I can stand in it, you know, and fish, not necessarily comfortably, but I can do it. But I would much rather just troll on this, for example. So if you are looking to stand up, then this boat is going to have low fishability for you. But whereas you're going to be trolling, that this boat is leagues away from fishability compared to a boat that isn't as good to paddle, but is much more stable. So when it comes to fishability, it's really comes down to the perfect mix of how the boat fits your needs, how comfortable you are on the water in this boat, and what you're looking for. If you're looking to troll, for example, then get a boat that you can paddle long distances comfortably. It doesn't necessarily have to be a stable platform that you can stand up all day and do backflips on, unless that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for a bass fishing boat that can let you fish just like you're fishing out of a bass boat, like a big power boat, bass boat, then look for something that's nice, open deck, kind of like the Catch 120, that has plenty of space, open deck space, great stability, and plenty of room for standing all day long. My name is Ben Duchesney, the web editor of Kayak magazine, hoping you paddle forever and fish longer.